Man picks up a stone, wander back and forth on a pregnant woman. He kept chanting spells in his mouth. Suddenly the stone seemed to be attracted hovering over the pregnant woman's chest. The woman immediately withdrew the stone.
I think I have a clearer picture now. This isn't your first baby, is it?
Women only need to move their fingers. You can turn the water in the cup into hot water. Flipping through the book is also a piece of cake for him. As a legally registered witch, Sarah is passionate about her own magic. She uses magic to help the residents of the town solve the problem, but only if you can't interfere with future outcomes. Today is the day of Sarah's coven party. The women sat around a table. Sarah gestured with her hands and chanted the spell. Then they held hands and closed their eyes. Suddenly a cloud of smoke rose from the bowl in the middle of the table. Smoke collects in the bowl and keeps rolling. As the spell on the salad's mouth stops, the smoke in the bowl also dissipated. The candles on the table also went after the ceremony. Everyone's adrenaline rush. Passing ceremony, Sarah was able to summon their power to increase your mana, while a few women were still drinking. Here's the bad news. There was an accident at another party, and their children are all in it. Sarah quickly took her phone out of her bag. I just saw my daughter's Ziwu. Sent myself multiple messages. Fortunately, my daughter has been taken to the hospital, but his friend Abby was not so lucky. Police are at the scene of the child who fell to his death was Abby's son, Daniel. After seeing my son's body, Abby is also in pain. Then the police also began to investigate. Inspector Black found the cabin just because he was the girlfriend of the deceased. But when it happened, the cabin is chatting with Daniel's best friend Jack. Didn't notice Daniel, and he also believed there is no reason why. The accident that proved Daniel's death. A reporter on the other side found Abby. According to his not only alcohol, but also drugs. There's even a paragraph. Daniel and the cabin's indecent food, but Abby had no idea. He came to the police station, found the black lady. In his opinion, the police are digging black material to smear his own leak unconfirmed information to the media. Abby said that this matter must be pursued. Subsequently, FBI and her assistant came to the girl's house. Just when they asked Shelby about the situation, B's father, but kept interrupting their questioning. In the end, Zibai lost control of her investigation that the two had at the same time. Sarah opened her safe, found Daniel's profile. He pulled out a lock of Daniel's hair, thrown into the pot. Just then, daughter Ziwu also returned home. When I saw my mother bringing the hair of the deceased caster, I'm very unhappy, because before my mother cast without the consent of the parties involved, although Sarah tried her best but he knew in his heart, daughter is venting her anger, just because he failed to inherit his magic. But Sarah doesn't blame her daughter. Instead, I feel like the loser failed to pass on the magic, but he didn't know. In the real world, he is a monster in the eyes of others. When these words come out of my daughter's mouth, Sarah also felt extremely sad. A few days later, Daniel's funeral went ahead as planned. People show more than just unease. However, just then, police have also received some major news. The appearance of a witness. It also shows that Daniel was murdered, and the witnesses in their mouths, it was the sheriff's son. But no one thought the murderer that Jack corrected turned out to be a little evidence. It's just a video from my phone. In the video, Little Witch is suspected of having an argument with Angry Daniel. Witch kept waving his hands. However, it's this little movement. But Jack said it was. He killed Daniel with witchcraft. The sheriff then used his son's cell phone as handed over to Sister Hay took the phone and told the sheriff to keep the words a secret. After all, before the matter is investigated, it is necessary for them to keep the hut but it's safe. Not as simple as they think. Jack walks out the door of the police station, and I showed him my own video. He emphasized it was Countless who killed Abby's son. Although Abby knew in his heart that it was impossible. But he still found what Sarah wanted to ask. Sarah explicitly denies this. To prove whether a wizard has magical talent, there needs to be a ceremony. Gifted wizard, the body will emit little lights, and Sarah was giving the hut during the ceremony, and nothing happened. After listening to Sarah, Abby also dispelled the doubts. The screen changes. Sarah came to the destination to prove my daughter's favor. He came to Daniel's grave, and he took a little box out of his bag. I grabbed some powder from it and sprinkled it on the smoke. Immediately rose from the soil, and Sarah put her hands on it. The chaotic image immediately came to his mind, but Sarah didn't find the clue she was looking for. So he thought of divination, and I went home. According to the records in the magic book, is ready with the corresponding. He wants to use divination. Find out who killed Daniel. He didn't get the answers he was looking for. However, just that shrill voice rang in Sarah's ear. Next second, At the same time, Black's sister came to the school and because from his phone, the police have uncovered new clues. It turns out that Jack likes Daniel very much. The other party has no feelings for him at all. Jack is also very angry about it. So he is now also suspected. However, countless rumors of all over the town. This also leaves Abby confused again. Therefore, he invited to other sisters from the coven, but each of them has been helped by a salad, including Abby. The two did not want to betray their sisters, also persuaded Abby to believe because at this time, the only person who can help him is salad. Abby finds the salad.
You know I don't do seances, Abby.
I'm not asking for a seance, Sarah. I said, I want him back. That's not possible. Why not? You did it before.
I can't. Sarah says there's nothing she can do. Abby used the hut as a direct threat. If Sarah can't bring Daniel back to the hut, will be judged.